bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Hey, what's good? Happy Tuesday. Good afternoon and welcome. It's the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score. 100.7 The Score mobile app powered by Happy State Bank and at TSportsNetwork.com. Also on television, Fox 34 News Now. Hi, Mom. YouTube, Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV. A lot of different ways to take us in. However you're doing so, we thank you for making us part of your Tuesday afternoon. Slightly abbreviated edition of the Bottom Line today. We'll be out at 2:35 for Houston Astros baseball, which is a little early due to the World Cup going on in Toronto today. Alongside Trent Hilliard, I'm Chois Woodman. Lucas White, back behind the glass taking care of us. You can also hit us up. If you have any thoughts, comments, questions, hopes, dreams, lists you want to get into, whatever, we'll take it all on the Yates Flooring Center chat line through that 100.7 The Score mobile app. Take the app anywhere with you, even listening if you are out in Alamo, North Dakota.
Remember it.
That's a good idea.
It is.
What's up, Trent? How are you?
I'm doing great, and you?
I'm well.
You feel like you're on a speed dating today? Just kind of rotating it.
It does feel a little bit speed dating-esque. I've got a rotation of hosts to my right, and heck, they're even rotating across the way. Evelina's jumped back in over there, so yeah, a little speed dating action, but it's good. I'm in a happier mood because we don't have to talk about Brendan Sorsby 24/7.
That's true.
We can actually talk about some sports and what happens on the playing surface.
Yeah,
we can even talk about Trent's favorite soccer player that's going on right now. Do you know any of the players from these two teams?
I don't even know who's playing.
Okay, Portugal and Uzbekistan.
No, I don't.
One of the greatest ever. Just missed right there.
I did hear that Messi scored 2 more today.
And he scored, 2 more yesterday.
Yep. And
so he's the all-time goals leader.
That's impressive.
Cristiano Ronaldo plays for Portugal. He just missed this. That's supposed to be one of the best ever. Come on.
Yeah.
He's like 41, so.
Is he really now?
Yeah, he looks pretty good for 41.
Yeah, he does.
We'll talk a little bit of everything today. We can talk video games if you want. New college football video game ratings are out, which has Texas Tech pretty highly viewed. A defense rated as a 90 overall.
Okay.
4th best defense
in the country. Nice.
I will take that.
Yeah.
I mean, you were about there last year. So if you want to return and be the 4th best defense again this year, I had so much fun. Like I was raised on offense. I was raised in the Mike Leach era.
Right.
So
right.
I grew up. I mean, the heyday was my 10 to 18 years old was the 2000s in Mike Leach. So I loved offense. I loved all of it. I didn't realize you could have that much fun with defense until last year. I'm like, this is a blast. This is so much fun holding teams down and stopping the run and getting after the quarterback.
When you have a little bit of offense, it's fun.
Yes, you need some offense.
There were some Spike Dykes days.
Yes.
Where we did not have enough offense.
There was good defenses and not enough offense.
I remember some score defense, score chants going on at the Jones back in those days, and
sometimes they did.
Yeah, and they did. I remember losing a game. I think it was Kansas State 13-2, which they had the only score.
That wasn't the first Big 12 game, was it?
No.
Because there was, I'm trying to remember that one.
No, that first one where we played at Kansas State, we had a chance.
There was a bad call.
Just
that one.
Yeah, Hart scored there, and Look at that goal.
Ronaldo just
There's
scored.
Ronaldo.
That was quick. 1-0. 6 minutes in for Portugal over Uzbekistan. You want to try to spell Uzbekistan?
No,
Weren't
I
you
don't.
an English teacher at one
Yeah,
point?
but that doesn't mean I know how to spell. It just means
Oh,
I know how
okay.
to look it up. Back in the old days,
It is.
you look it up
It's
and,
also a
and
proper word,
edit yourself. Now you got self-editing,
What
but
is,
yeah.
what is this looking it up you're talking about? I do remember. I was raised in the age of dictionaries, or the end of the dictionaries, where we still had to look it up back in 2nd and 3rd grade.
Yeah.
But then eventually spell check took over, and nobody knows how to spell anything anymore.
Yeah,
'cause we
you
just-
don't know if spell check's right or what. No.
Just let it autocorrect for us. We'll take your thoughts, your comments, whatever you want to talk about today on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. We got a little bit of everything. PGA Tour has announced some changes that are going on that are endorsed by Tiger Woods. Pretty interesting stuff there. We've got, of course, those video game rankings. We've got an NBA draft coming tonight. We'll look at some of the possible landing spots for Christian Anderson. I don't believe he falls past 21 or so. It sounds like he's secure inside of that spot. We will maybe even talk a little hot seat action for Big 12 coaches. Looking through that. Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Trent requested that, but actually, no. I stumbled across a list of rules that Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders have to follow, which is pretty. It's interesting.
My wife couldn't sleep the other night, and she's got to watch the Dallas Cowboys, whatever's
love
on
that
Prime
show.
or whatever.
I've never watched it. I'm not saying I wouldn't like it, but people seem to love that show. What is it? What's it called?
I have no idea
Okay.
about Dallas Cowboys here. It used to
you don't
be
have to
on-
act like you don't know what it's
Well,
called.
I think it
Trent.
used to be on like A&E, and now it's on Prime or
Yeah.
something like that. And I don't know if they changed the name of it, but no, my wife and my oldest daughter know the different cheerleaders, and I mean
That's
it's
crazy.
it's like their little kind of soap opera type thing.
There's
I
a Red
guess.
Raider or two in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
That's
Yeah.
kind of what sparked their interest. I think
Okay.
was because there were some tech cheerleaders on there, and
Yeah. So, we'll dabble in a little bit of everything today. Team USA, by the way, does not play again until Thursday in the World Cup, where they play Turkey A. We changed the name of it. So
yeah, it's just Turkey.
it's just Turkey. It is Turkey, but I guess they don't like being called that anymore. Oh, and there was a giant NBA trade yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was interesting.
That
Huge.
That made Mavs fans feel even worse about their trade with
gosh.
Luka recently.
when
They
you
see
see
the
what
haul
you should
that-
be able to get for a star,
Yeah, for a
as
top
opposed to what
tier
you got.
player in the NBA, and then that's what you got, Mavs. Fun times. All right, bring in those thoughts. We will bring you some headlines, reset the day for you that front. Coming up next, it's the bottom line. With you till 2:35 today.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. It's the bottom line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score app. Chois Woodman, Trent, Hilliard, yours from the First United Bank studio. Uzbekistan scored, and then they pulled it off due to a review and a foul called. It is crazy to me. They have one referee. I know they've got line judges
Right.
who'll call the offsides, but they have one referee that is supposed to monitor everything. You like more refs or less refs in your life?
It was like 2-man crew and 3-man crew. I would prefer a 2-man crew.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Basketball?
with the 3-man crew, you get so much. Coach, that wasn't my call. Coach, that wasn't my.
You do get a
area."
lot of that, right?
It's like, oh my goodness! If you
I didn't
see
call
it,
it.
call it. You know.
I know.
So
my call.
yeah, I like the 2-man crew, but
Yeah, but they have one referee that is supposed to call all the fouls on the field.
Yeah.
On one of the biggest playing surfaces in sports. It's crazy. It is crazy. But, yeah. All right. Y'all keep the thoughts and comments coming in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. If you would like to chime in, we welcome your thoughts there. What did I tell you we were going to talk about? Oh, yeah, Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. It is definitely the dog days of summer. But I'd rather talk about this than the 50th time over on Brendan Sorsby. So there are 10 rules that all of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders must follow. By the way, Netflix is where it's coming back out.
Oh, okay.
On June 16th for anybody. No, that's already passed. You have to avoid spray tans with orange tones. That seems fair. No,
and that's not political.
No, nothing political. No provocative photos on Instagram. Okay, seems fair.
Mm-hmm.
You must say yes, ma'am, to everything. All right, fits for
there you go.
Fits for the South. Can't miss a rehearsal. Okay, speaks for itself. You can't be anywhere where alcohol is served or attend parties.
Oh, wow.
As a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. I wonder how strict they are on that. That's pretty crazy. Like,
yeah.
Nowhere where alcohol is served or attend parties.
So I wonder, like...
I can't go to a bar?
Well, or even like pregame, what does that entail as far as where?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of alcohol, a lot of places that serve down there
Cowboys
close
Stadium.
to the field and all that.
I'm calling BS on this. There is alcohol served at Cowboys Stadium. You have to be in full hair and makeup every day in public. Anytime you make any sort of public appearance, you have to be in full hair and makeup. So
not wearing their PJs to Walmart.
Yeah, I guess if they go to Walmart.
Not pulling the hair up and go.
There you go. Have to maintain your size. You can never get a new uniform for that reason. Wow. Dating NFL players is strictly prohibited.
Yeah,
okay.
I've heard that one.
That's the one I had heard too. Glitter eyeshadow is a no.
That's good. Glitter should be banned in most places.
No visible tattoos.
And let's ban tattoos while we're at it.
There's no tattoos. There's not a lot to cover up for a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. So, all right, there you go. So, lists you didn't know you needed is rules for the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. All right, now a list that you probably would be more familiar with. Hot seats in college football. There is a website I've always found fascinating. I don't know who does this. They've kept it up for years. I think as long as I've been on the radio, which is like 13 years, this has been around. It's called coacheshotseat.com. And it's just
it's a whole website for it.
It's just the college football coaches.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's coacheshotseat.com has had this, and they fluctuate it throughout the season. They update it weekly based off of results and how things go. It's one guy. I don't know, what their system is or what it is or how they do it. But it's the 20 guys on this list. If you're in the top 10, your picture gets on there.
Ooh.
So what Big 12 coaches do you think land in this top 20 national list for who's got the hottest seat?
You got to say
going into the season for
Aranda is probably the hottest.
Aranda, I would have put probably top 3 or 4 nationally.
Yeah,
he's not the number 1 in the Big 12 according to this guy.
Dion's
not number 1. He's 16th. Aranda was 6th.
Okay.
They have Dion at 16th, and that is 2 of the 3 that are Big 12 wise on this list. Who else in the Big 12 has
Cincinnati?
their keister warmed up? I would have put Cincinnati on there. Scott Satterfield, he's not in the top 20.
Yeah,
I would have put him there.
I mean, he had a great start last year, and then it was just nothing after that.
Do you get a pass for not having or for losing your quarterback? It's interesting to see how we judge coaches nowadays. Do you give more of a pass on that when you don't have financial support to hold on to a quarterback, or is it just tough luck? You got to win no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many new coaches in the Big 12 that they're not going to be on the hot seat.
You can nix them.
Yeah.
Number 3 on this list, they have Lance Leipold.
Wow.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I'm not sure he doesn't belong in the top 20, but number 3 nationally, number 1 in the Big 12, I don't think so. But, Ronaldo just scored again.
Wow.
I don't know that I'm putting Lance Leipold that high. Aranda is number 1 in the Big 12 by quite a bit to me.
Yeah.
So he has Mike Loxley of Maryland, number 1. Mike Norvell of Florida State, number 2.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Leipold 3. Luke Fickell at Wisconsin, number 4. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Butch Jones at Arkansas, number 5. Forgot he was there. Dave Aranda. Matt Rule is number 7. Greg Schiano at Rutgers. Chris Creighton at Eastern Michigan. Could have never told you him. And Barry Odom at Purdue is the top 10 on this list. So there's other hot seat lists out there. I saw another one that did have Dave Aranda number 2 nationally. I'm curious what Aranda has to do to keep his job this year.
Right.
What do you think it is? Like, is 7 wins, 6 wins? Does he get by with a bowl game?
Yeah, or a bowl game and you don't even go to the bowl. I think 7. I think you got to go 7. You can't just be 6-6. When you've got a non-conference like you've got. I think, and even then, is that enough? Or you just status quo? I don't. Baylor hasn't gone all in on football, so that's the thing that surprised me about Leipold. He's done enough at Kansas. I mean, it's not like it's a place with huge tradition of winning football.
Sure.
So. Now they have made a huge investment with their stadium and everything. So
we only thought we were done talking about Brendan Sorsby. We have breaking news. That's next on 100.7 The Score.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Glad to be part of your Tuesday. It's the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score app. Chois Woodman, Trent, Hilliard, Lucas White with you today. Keep the thoughts and comments coming in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. All right. If you believe in jinxes, I might have jinxed it. Talking about saying that we weren't really going to talk any Brendan Sorsby. Joke! Because we have breaking news. And it is some pretty massive breaking news. I knew this was a possibility. I did not think it would happen, though.
No.
The NFL has declined to hold a supplemental draft for, I laugh at this headline, former Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby. He never has been your quarterback yet. I mean, yes, that's technically accurate, but you could just say Brendan Sorsby. The NFL declined to hold the supplemental draft next month. They've informed Brendan Sorsby via a letter, according to Adam Schefter. Sorsby dropped his eligibility case against the NCAA last week. Will now have to wait until next year's 2027 NFL draft, barring some legal recourse. NFL hasn't held a supplemental draft since back in 2019 when they selected former Washington State safety Jalen Thompson in the 5th round. Sorry, the Cardinals did. This is what the letter said to Sorsby. Your petition, filed 3 business days before the deadline, without any supporting information or documentation, and only after abandoning your recent litigation efforts to avoid NCAA sanctions does not provide a basis for the league to alter those plans. I don't necessarily understand what plans are being altered if he still filed it before a deadline. That's what, I mean, it was 3 days before the way it's worded is weird because it's almost, oh, you did this so late in the process.
Yeah.
But he still got it inside the deadline. So the full letter says, Dear Mr. Sorsby, we are in receipt of your petition for special eligibility. As announced earlier today, the league has elected not to conduct a supplemental draft this year. Under our collective bargaining agreement, the league retains sole discretion to determine whether it is appropriate to conduct a supplemental draft in any given year. The league has not conducted such a draft for several years, and prior to your submission, the league had no plans to do so this year, as no other player has sought entry. And then it goes on to say what I just said. Your petition filed 3 business days before the deadline without any supporting information or documentation, and only after abandoning your recent litigation efforts to avoid NCAA sanctions does not provide a basis for the league to alter those plans. This issue presented by your petition are the issues presented by your petition are too significant and too closely tied to the league's core integrity interests. Hey, they just let a person who beats his wife play for the Jets. To permit, it doesn't say that in there, that was me. To permit meaningful review within the timeline presented. It goes on quite a bit. I don't get this. I mean, I get why they're doing it. I get why they're, like so many others, hopping on a high horse here. I also, what I don't get is that they're wording it, they're going with timeline. The permit meaningful review within the timeline presented? Why are they using a timeline here?
Right.
That makes no sense to me because you still have a month till this thing would have taken place. Teams have plenty of time to decide whether they want to. The league had a week. They had a week's notice.
Why have a deadline?
Yeah, why have a deadline if you're going
to say, oh, well, this is too late, really, for us to do this, even though you met the deadline.
Forget all that timeline stuff. Just stick with what they said right here, which is saying the issues presented by your petition are too significant and too closely tied to the league's core integrity interests. So they're saying they have to investigate far more. There's not enough time for them to investigate on their own, is basically what they're saying. The sole reasons identified in your petition for seeking entry into the supplemental draft are that you have been declared ineligible by the NCAA and have exhausted all of your avenues to continue in the NCAA, which is not accurate. I mean, it is accurate, but he has also been declared eligible by a judge.
Right.
He could have stuck to it. He could have stayed the college route. This is not by the players. My understanding of how this works, not the players, pardon me. My understanding of how this works is this is not by the teams in the NFL. This is by the league office. Now, teams maybe had some input on this. I don't know. But this is basically the NFL's way of saying we're going to avoid a PR headache. And we're just going to suspend him for a year ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I view this. I don't think they will, a year from now or when's the draft? May of next year. I don't think they'll say, no, nobody can draft him. But this is kind of them saying, we're going to suspend you for a year.
Yeah, I don't know why you don't just say, hey, yeah, we'll have the supplemental draft, but there'll be a year suspension. So anybody who's drafting him know that
True.
He's not playing for you this year.
Yeah.
And that's how it's going to be. And then teams can decide if they want to, take a quarterback for next year's draft in the 7th round and develop him, let him practice, do all that, and sit for a year.
Yeah,
instead of just sitting out. And
I guess this makes sense on why the Big 12 did not drop their suit officially, except Sorsby dropped his suit with the NCAA already. They announced that
Right.
last week. So I don't think he is eligible for anything at this point. I don't think he can just pick it back up, unless that was just we're going to drop it and they never officially did it. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure Kessler announced that they were dropping it last week. So, look, I get the PR stuff. I get why they're doing it. When you throw these words integrity in there and the NFL's full of guys that beat up on women.
Yeah.
And guys that have, in the past, been questioned if they've gotten away with murder, literal murder. It's rich, but it's a repeat of, lots of people that love to use this integrity word when it's convenient.
Yeah.
So
it'll be interesting because see what Sorsby, was the Canadian Football League. Are they going to be open to him as a UCF open? Who
people will watch the Canadian Football League?
Yeah, I mean
because he's in there. So I bet
it would be a lot more interest and stuff.
I bet if he wants to go that route, I'm sure they would say, yeah, you're not going to bet on our games, right? We're good. Well,
interesting.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Thanks for hanging with us on a Tuesday. Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score, 100.7 The Score app. Choice, Jamie, Lucas, all with you from the First United Bank studio. We'll return to a few more of your thoughts on the Yates Flooring Center chat line, including some bad math stuff there. Before we do, we got a question from Jamie.
Time now for Jamie's question of the day on 100.7 The Score. Presented by Connecticut of West Texas. Life's hard, your water shouldn't be.
All right, gentlemen. I'm going to give you some superpowers today.
Ian.
I'm going to tell you that you have the chance to erase 2 moments in Texas Tech sports history. Which 2 moments are you erasing?
So you're erasing them? This doesn't replace a result or anything?
You can probably go back and try it again.
Okay.
If you want. But there's no guarantee of anything.
Okay, that's what's kind of difficult because I'll erase. Here, I'm going to get into the weeds here. One of these, I will erase the corner 3 make by Virginia in the national championship. Can I get that specific? So if he doesn't make that 3, then I think you're winning.
I think it has to be you have to erase the game.
Okay. So try the game over. Because getting to a national championship was an awesome moment, winning in the Final Four to get there. I don't want to erase all of it. But the result of that, losing in overtime in the national championship, I think that's one of them for me. I'm going to erase that moment. I think, man, I know there's other answers out here, and I know there's probably better answers. One that stuck with me for so long is partially because it was TCU in 2016. I can't erase the Luke and Baker home run, but maybe that game, losing to TCU in the College World Series, when you're up. And Luke and Baker hits that home run in what was it, the 8th inning? It's pretty late.
Yeah.
That one stuck for a long time. I know there's a lot of other moments that other people are probably going to say, but those are the 2 I'll go with right now. Lucas?
The first one I would go with would be the 2017-2018 basketball season, losing to Villanova in the Elite Eight. So That was the 71-59 game.
It was Jalen Brunson and company.
Brunson and Hart and Bridges and
All those dudes.
all those Knicks.
The Knicks. Yeah.
So that would be one of them. And then if they would have beaten Villanova, they would have played Kansas in the Final Four, and definitely could have been a win and another trip to the national championship game there. And then I guess most recently the softball losing to Texas. I think.
Okay.
I know it doesn't. I mean, to me, it doesn't matter which year. Just winning one against Texas would have been phenomenal.
That first game last year feels like that was the big one.
Okay, I went about this completely different than you guys, and I'm fine with the way you guys went.
I want to know.
Number one for me would be the day that Mike Leach put Adam James in a shed.
Okay. I wondered if you were going to go this way, and then
because then I would. I know he was eventually going to leave, but it was sure a lot more fun when he was here and we were rolling for a couple more years even before he left, or what if he would have stayed and we rolled, that would have been great. So I just hated how we took a celebrated coach and we separated that way.
It's damaged your program long term for a long time.
Yeah. And I think number two on my list would be the day that I'm not saying I blame them for it at the time. As a matter of fact, I would have been with them if I was voting on what to do. But the day we decided that Brendan Sorsby was our top quarterback target in the market this past year, in the transfer portal market. If we had, focused on somebody else and decided Sorsby wasn't the guy, then we wouldn't have had to deal with so much backlash and negative publicity that, so much of it is unwarranted. I'm not saying all of it, but so much of it is unwarranted, and just all this drama would just not be on us.
I was wondering if you'd go that route. I thought about the Brendan Sorsby part of erasing that.
But again, I'm fully telling you that I thought Sorsby was the right guy to be going after too.
Sure. I thought so.
I didn't want Levitt, but if I had the chance to redo, I would take Levitt.
What about Lagway?
No.
If that was the option, if it was Lagway or nothing.
I'm not sold on that dude at all.
I'm more sold on him than y'all are, but not still. It's not.
Well, that's because of your Baylor ties.
I knew you were going to do that. Florida Gators. No, I actually think that I don't like Lagway. To me, won't provide anything that Will Hammond will provide for you. Anything better than Will Hammond will provide for you. But this whole idea was to bridge a gap. I don't know for certain that they wouldn't have gone after a quarterback if they knew Will Hammond would be healthy week one, but it sure provided the opportunity to. So, yeah. I would have, if coaches knew what you were going to go through here and knew that Will Hammond would be healthy 2 weeks into the season, you're not going to go through any of it.
Maybe.
If that's the option of going through that or nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't think I'm I think that if the way things had ended last year, and even if they thought Will Hammond was going to be healthy, I still think they would have gone after a senior quarterback, a veteran quarterback.
Y'all can chime in, agree, disagree. Our resident Aggie, said I'd erase Zach Thomas intercepting Corey Pulig and running it back that cost us a chance for the Natty. Otherwise, Rafferty jinxing Moretti on his free throws at the end.
Technically, that was in Texas Tech sports history, but it was
wrong way
for the wrong team there, resident Aggie.
Come on, man. Dallas says in that case it's got to be the 2008 Oklahoma game. I would like to erase that completely. Man. Yeah.
he didn't just fall flat on your face in such a big game.
I'd erase not scoring the college football playoff. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take Monday afternoon in 2017 against Sam Houston State on the baseball diamond.
Corner, yeah, that's one way high on the list too.
Yeah.
Corner 3
or how about the day when they said in 2020 when they said coronavirus is real and we're not playing college baseball
now you're really
anymore,
getting into
when you had a really good team.
Magic territory there.
Yeah,
We're all just going to erase the coronavirus altogether.
Yeah.
That's what I would.
Yeah, that one. That's why I didn't go that route. That seemed a little bit.
Yeah,
steep.
that would probably be the best for everybody. The corner 3 was what I was thinking as well, and that part stuck with me. Was that we had a guy who shot the 3-pointer covered, defender crashed down, help out on a 2-point shot. I remember thinking, who cares if we give up 2 points when we were up 3? Yeah,
totally agree. 2 different texters, or no, it's the same texter. Said the 83-27 game
and the
OSU 66-6 game. Which one bothers you more?
66-6.
Really? Oh, 83 bothers me to no end.
That you gave up 80
points
in a Big 12 game. Yeah,
80 points.
Oh, it was so ugly, that 66-6 game though.
That is the only Texas Tech game I did have something else to do, but
you left early.
But no, I mean I wasn't at the game, but I quit watching and just stopped paying attention.
I did that with the Iowa State Pat Mahomes game up there. That was so ugly.
Yeah,
that's about it for me. The 66-6 game was the first one I ever covered as a media member.
Way to go!
It's the bottom line.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It is time for Tell Me I'm Wrong. Actually, not our normal time, but we got a shortened show, so we'll squeeze it in. All right, Jamie, what do you got to do? Just kidding. Just trying to throw you off. He's Jamie, I'm Chois. Lucas across the way. Jamie, Lucas, our fine listening audience. Did you happen to see what happened in college baseball last night?
Oklahoma won the national championship.
They did. They beat North Carolina 13-2. Tell me I'm wrong. Oklahoma baseball is another example of why college football does need more expansion in the college football playoff.
Because Oklahoma looked like a team that wasn't a dominant team.
Correct.
They were, one of the top 2 or 3 teams in their conference. That was not them. They were a team that, I don't know about barely got in, but they were
pretty close. They went 14-16 in Big 12 play. Or sorry,
they're not in the Big 12 anymore.
SEC play.
Yeah,
They also went 0-1 in Hoover.
I think the sports are different.
They are different. I acknowledge.
More upsets in baseball. I'm not going to argue with you because I definitely think there needs to be expansion. But that being said, I think it's way more likely for a baseball team to figure it out right at the end and go on a roll than it is for a football team who's pretty mediocre to be good enough. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. You're right. But I don't think it's quite as...
I know it's not apples to apples, but I think it's an example.
You have a team that going in, if you're like, hey, there are 16 teams out there that I think could truly win this national championship, Oklahoma wouldn't have been on the list.
No,
probably.
they wouldn't have. Yeah. No. Lucas?
I agree with what Jamie was saying at the very end, that a baseball team can get hot and just kind of keep that momentum going. Mm-hmm. Not saying it's not possible in the football aspect, but it is more difficult to do that.
Who's a team?
We've seen it in the NFL.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
The Giants are the best example.
Man, that was the team I was going with. That's really... No, that's good. We were on the same wavelength.
I mean, that's the best example, and they did it twice. Both times, I think they were 9-7.
Yes.
Both times. and they went through,
And what
got
really,
hot in the playoffs.
And what you really hate is that Eli got
Eli
really
did it.
Got really
I
hot.
can accept that better than anything Eagles, but it's still Eli and his smug face. I like Eli now, post Giants. Now that he has a personality, he was a robot then. So the reason I bring this up, obviously, is for my own propaganda, but OU finished 11th in the SEC, 14-16.
Which just speaks to how
Deep that conference
good
is.
that conference is.
They went 0-1 in the SEC tournament. And they trailed number 2 Georgia 8-2. Georgia Tech, pardon me. Trailed number 2 Georgia Tech 8-2 on the brink of elimination. They went on to beat Georgia Tech, winning the series, winning that game and the series. They swept Kansas, beat all top 8 seeds in Omaha, and won 10 out of their last 11 games. Baseball is a different sport. I acknowledge that. But for people that speak in absolutes saying, oh, there's only 5 teams that could actually win it all in any given year. Absolutely this, that. It's not true. Now, there are some years that you might be proven right, but there are years where absolutely a team can go on a run. Heck, our first 12-team playoff winner was Ohio State. They were an 8 seed.
Yeah.
They were an 8 seed. So they proved, hey, it doesn't have to be one of the top 4. They proved the expansion was good. I don't know if we'll ever get worse than a 12 seed to win.
There's also things that factored into that. They weren't the 8th worst or best team.
Correct.
You were slotting in all the conference champions ahead of them and all that nonsense.
Fair enough. But I am in favor of, hey, if there's any chance at all that a team could win a title, I would rather them be in the field and we get to see it happen rather than
just for entertainment purposes of it.
I mean, that's what I don't get about the people that are anti-expansion in general. I get there's a break point. There is a break point somewhere. But the people that are hard and fast, the Josh Pates of the world, those kind that are absolutely not, would be terrible for the sport, would ruin the sport. People use those words. That's crazy. Why do we not want more meaningful games and more entertainment? And I'm talking meaningful postseason games.
And more money being
made. Yeah. So we'll see what expansion, if any, happens for next year. Obviously it won't happen this year. Did you know the World Cup expanded?
Did not.
I don't see a lot of people up in
arms
over that.
Is it a World Bowl now?
It's not. That was well done. Well done. They were at 32 teams prior to this World Cup.
Now there's playing games on Tuesday and Wednesday night?
They're not. There are 48 now. There are 48 teams in this year's World Cup.
All right.
I didn't see, and you know what? I'm not listening to a bunch of soccer radio or anything, but I didn't see a ton of backlash towards World Cup expansion. And there's a lot more teams. That's a pretty big expansion. That would be what?
That's 1/3.
That's 1/3 of your whole.
Yeah, you've added
what you
a third
had.
more. Yeah.
So that's a big leap on how much you're expanding the tournament, and they probably have to, numbers wise, expand by that much to make the whole tournament fit. But interesting, nonetheless. Most of the time, we get expansion on things, and most of the time after the fact, you don't hear the complaints. No one's usually like, "Oh, this is horrible."
Yeah, I really don't understand the basketball one this year.
Going to 76?
Yes, because it just means there are more games on Tuesday and Wednesday that nobody really cares about until the actual tournament starts on Thursday. Like, who cares?
Yeah, I don't
You're going to get rid of some of those teams that were going to just get massacred on Thursday and Friday.
Sure.
You're going to get rid of them on Tuesday and Wednesday.
So you don't understand why they did it, or the complaints towards it?
I don't understand the complaints.
Yeah, it's no one's going to force you to watch these Tuesday and Wednesday
the basketball
games.
Loyalists. Who cares?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not killing the integrity of the tournament or anything like that.
Keep bringing that word up, Choice.
I don't know why. It's not like it's been hammered into my ear holes for the last few weeks. Here's a text. Who is the pitcher for McLennan that Tech Baseball signed?
Carson Bailey.
That's Bailey, yeah. Bartolo Colon wasn't tall enough, Plus, he wasn't that big early in his career, so I never minded him. When I was at spring training in college, I saw Tommy Hanson. That was a big dude. And just thought pitchers are way too big nowadays. We need 6 foot, 175 like the good old days.
There was a year, I'm going to say 14-ish, 15-ish maybe 13. I don't know, somewhere around there, when Oklahoma's starting rotation against the Red Raiders had a 6'8", a 6'9", a 6'7".
Yeah, I remember.
I mean, they were some huge guys. And isn't one of them the guy who pitched for the Rangers last year? OU guy. Help me out.
Well, the only one I'm thinking of is Gray.
Jonathan Gray, wasn't he?
Oh, okay. Was he that big?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Is he still with the Rangers?
I don't know.
He may be.
I think he's injured.
I don't know. Jonathan Gray was with the Rangers last year. Yeah. John Gray. That's it.
Oh, he's only 6'4". He wasn't in that group.
He's not that big.
Mm-mm.
Just 6'4". Yeah. I mean, that's kind of been science for a long time. I don't know what you're going with the good old days, 6 foot 175. Like, old days to me is Randy Johnson, and he was 6'11".
The big
He's
dude.
a pretty big giant. And there's always been giant pitchers. I guess there's something about the science of it. When you're coming downhill, you throw harder. Throwing down like that, but I don't know. It's science.
This has been the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 100-7thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.